So now we're figuring out the math on how to do just a quarter of a kit.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so this mixer is a 4-1-1. So four parts A.
Okay.
That's A. This is B. And this is water.
Water.
Here.
Ah, water. Okay.
Okay. So basically, so you 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 parts A.
4 parts A to here.
1 part B. Yep.
All right, and then
Which is the white.
this one here. So like this. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 1. Like
Perfect.
that.
Good.
Yeah. So that's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Yep. Perfect. So this is gonna be A, B. That's to the water.
Water. W.
Okay.
E, A. Okay. Good.
So that's what it is. Okay. So now after mixing it, suspending it, you see the color change is no longer clear.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the whole matting, all the matting agents in this stuff. Let me just take this out of the way. So I'm gonna pull this to the there.
Let's see if that's
Is
right.
that?
Let's see. I think you might have gone a little too high. Did you?
No.
Or no, that's right.
That's right. It's to this
That
line
line.
here.
Yes. Perfect.
Okay.
Yep. Where's the white that you already mixed?
Oh no, I'll do that in a minute.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do the first gray in here.
Ah, you're doing gray first.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, there's the B up to the second line. Perfect.
Okay, so what you're supposed to do is mix this. Cover that up. Put it over there. No. So you mix it slowly. You can see how white it is. So look at the matting agent in there. Okay,
Wow.
and then you add,
Really changes color.
yeah, then you add water to this next line. Slowly as you mix.
Now, why does this particular one take water?
Because it's a water base.
Ah. So
Not-
it's very different than polyurethane or something.
Well, it is a polyurethane, but it's a water base, not a solvent base.
Oh, gotcha.
So there we are.
Water-based. Done. Now, how long will you mix this? What, a
Because
minute?
it's a small container, probably, yeah, less than a minute.
Less than a minute. Yeah.
Less than a minute.
Can you overmix it?
Yeah, because then you lose pot life. The longer you mix it, no more than 2 minutes.
Got it.
Just get the top stirred. Still incorporating in the air. Okay, done. Okay, so that one's done.
Okay, so now we've got on the proper shoes, so you can walk on it.
We're just not going to use it all.
Okay.
Wipe the roller out.
So is that a pretty thin coat?
Yes, thin coat. So you can cross one way. Well, we got lots of time on this. Hot life for pure epoxy, it's roughly 1 hour to 2 hours. I wouldn't say 3 hours, but it also depends on the temperature.
Okay.
So I roll one way, and then I'll cross roll to finish.
Okay.
Even it up. And always finish your roll. Same way that you start. And that's as even as it's going to get. Just do
You just kind of eye out how much you put on, eh? Just a little bit.
So usually you dip and roll.
What's dip and roll?
Dip and roll is like in a paint tray. You dip it and you roll it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But usually when you dip and roll, that's going to cover quite a bit of square footage.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel that you want to put a little bit more, you got to be very careful not to overdo it with the resin. You got to maintain that. Pure epoxy says 400 to 600 square feet. I say just maintain it at 500. Mark out your area, and then that way you know exactly how much you're rolling it out at.
Right. Makes sense. Now, with this particular finish, there's no real big dramatic thing at the end to, reveal. It looks pretty similar to the way it used to. It's just slightly shinier, eh? And matte.
Matte, yeah.
It's more of a matte.
So, well, because this has been sanded,
Are you happy with the application so far?
okay, you can, if you want to go thicker, you can. We got plenty of time to play with it. So if you wanted to, you can. And usually what I'll do is I'll pour a little bit here. So I'll do my dip and roll effect. And that amount is enough to do that.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean, yeah.
Right. Again, don't go too thick. If you go too thick, what's going to happen? It may blister on you. That's why you got to maintain that 500 square feet per gallon.
Okay.
If you're wearing spiked shoes, you can walk on this. Not driving down the roller because it is not as saturated and heavy.
Beautiful.
I wouldn't go any more or go any thicker.
Okay.
Thin is good.
Okay.
Thin is actually better and stronger and will last longer. Thick, if you go too thick, it will probably not last as long as a thin coat.
Right.
It's the opposite of what other people think, especially with polyurethanes and also some polyaspartics.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha. Interesting. Okay.
If you want, we can do a little bit right here. Not too much.
All right, now you're only using it on those two squares, the two gray ones?
Yeah.
Basically? Okay. What are you doing differently on the two next square, gray ones there?
I'm going to go satin finish.
Sand?
Satin.
Oh, satin.
Satin.
What's that like? Shiny?
Shiny.
Okay.
This looks shiny because it's wet.
Wet, yeah.
Once it dries,
It's more matte.
yeah.
Excellent.
you mark up the floor, and then you notice that it's, especially with white, it's easy to notice any marks from the sanding pad or the sanding screen, especially when you drag something across it.
Right.
So basically, I would say probably transparency of like 50. Can't really tell because this is already murky. But if I went over that, over the gray, you would see a difference. But you got to be careful not to add too much. Ideally, if you wanted to make your this polyurethane matte finish more like in a solid color, you can only add half of a tin pod or less.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't add too much because it's already 1 gallon. So if you add too much of the tint into here, it causes a reaction where it really slows the cure process down, and then your customers won't be able to get on the floor that the tech data sheet says.
Right. Okay.
Don't really need this, but that's probably too much.
It's just for that one square, right?
Yeah, for that one square, it's probably too much.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll pick some of that up. We don't want the floor to blister.
No.
So just grab a clean rag, damp it, don't wipe it. Just put it down, let it absorb, and it will pick up most of the resin.
The excess.
There you go.
And then you have to throw that in the garbage?
Yeah. Everything moves again. I took too much off there. Yeah, it's a little bit too much. But I think it's not bad. It's a little bit too much.
Man, does that ever look fantastic, eh?
See the matte
That
finish?
finish? Yeah.
That matte finish?
Beautiful. I had no idea it looked this nice.
You can see the sanding pad left some marks.
Just go
See,
over.
just a light, little bit of white. When you're doing white, cleans it up.
You're missing a little spot right here.
Yeah. Sorry.
Nice. Beautiful. Fantastic. Whoa, dude. Total transformation. That's even takes off like the scuff marks kind of a little bit, right?
Yes.